Mike Tyson earned over $300 million in his career, yet he filed for bankruptcy with $30 million in debt. Jeff Bezos has a net worth that could buy entire countries, while you're calculating whether you can afford groceries this week. What if I told you this isn't an accident? What if the entire monetary system was designed to keep you running on a hamster wheel while a select few sit at the top, pulling the strings? Today, we're exposing the greatest control mechanism ever created. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how 8 billion people became willing participants in their own enslavement. The perfect prison. Picture this. You wake up at 6 a.m. to an alarm clock you hate. You drag yourself to a job that barely pays your bills. You spend 8 hours making someone else rich while counting down the minutes until 5 p.m. You come home exhausted, watch Netflix, and repeat this cycle for 40 years until you're too old to enjoy the freedom you never had. Welcome to the rat race. But here's what they don't tell you. You're not just running in circles, you're running in a cage that was deliberately designed to keep you there. The most effective prison is one where the prisoners don't even realize they're imprisoned. And money is the invisible chain around your neck. The great deception. Let's start with a fundamental lie you've been told your entire life. Money is the root of all evil. This isn't just wrong, it's strategic programming designed to keep you poor. Think about it. Who benefits when you believe money is evil? The people who already have it. While you're virtue signaling about materialism, they're buying politicians, media companies, and entire industries. Your parents probably told you to get a good education, find a stable job, and work hard. This advice wasn't meant to make you wealthy, it was meant to make you useful. A reliable worker bee in their economic hive. The school system doesn't teach you about compound interest, investment strategies, or business creation. Instead, it teaches you to be punctual, follow orders, and accept authority without question. Perfect training for a lifetime employee, terrible preparation for financial freedom. The consumption trap. Here's where it gets diabolical. The system doesn't just want you to be poor, it wants you to feel rich while staying poor. They've created what psychologists call the hedonic treadmill. Every time you think you're getting ahead, the goalposts move. Your salary increases, but so do your expenses. You get a promotion, but suddenly you need a nicer car, a bigger apartment, designer clothes to match your new status. Social media has weaponized this psychology. Instagram influencers flash luxury lifestyles, making you feel inadequate with your current possessions. You're not just keeping up with the Joneses anymore. You're trying to keep up with staged photo shoots, designed to make you spend money you don't have on things you don't need. Credit cards become your drug dealer. Buy now, pay later becomes your motto. And just like that, you're trapped in a cycle of debt that keeps you chained to your job, no matter how much you hate it. The brilliance of this system is that it makes you complicit in your own enslavement. Nobody's forcing you to buy that new iPhone or lease that expensive car. You're choosing it, which makes it almost impossible to recognize as a trap. The Time Thieves. Let's talk about the most precious resource you have: time. You get roughly 700,000 hours in your lifetime. The current system is designed to extract as many of those hours as possible while giving you the minimum in return. Warren Buffett understood something most people don't. Time is the ultimate compound interest machine. He started investing at age 10 and became one of the richest people alive, not because he was the best investor, but because he had the most time to let his money grow. But here's the kicker. While Buffett was building wealth through time and compound interest, the system was teaching you to trade your time for money, hour by hour, year by year, until you wake up at 65 realizing you sold your life for a paycheck that barely covered your expenses. The wealthy don't trade time for money. They create systems that make money while they sleep. They buy assets that appreciate in value. They solve problems at scale and get paid proportionally. Meanwhile, you're stuck in the linear equation. Time equals money. More hours, more pay. No hours, no pay. It's the most limiting belief system ever created, and it's been programmed into your brain since childhood. The value manipulation. Here's something that will blow your mind. Your value in the marketplace isn't determined by how hard you work or how good of a person you are. It's determined by how difficult you are to replace and how much value you can create for others. A janitor works incredibly hard, often harder than a CEO. But the market values the CEO's decision-making ability more than the janitor's physical labor. Why? Because the CEO's decisions can create or destroy millions of dollars in value, while the janitor's work, although essential, can be performed by millions of other people. This isn't fair, but it's reality. And once you understand this reality, you can either complain about it or use it to your advantage. The wealthy understand that money flows toward value creation. They don't just work in the system, they create systems. They don't just solve their own problems, they solve problems for millions of people simultaneously. Jeff Bezos didn't become rich by working harder than everyone else. He became rich by solving the problem of convenient shopping for millions of people. His solution scaled globally, and he got paid proportionally. The leverage game. The ultra-wealthy operate on a completely different set of rules. While you're thinking about your next paycheck, they're thinking about their next acquisition. While you're worried about your credit score, they're using other people's money to buy assets. They understand leverage in ways that school never taught you. Financial leverage, time leverage, network leverage, and most importantly, system leverage. When you buy a house with a mortgage, you're using financial leverage. A small down payment controls a large asset. When you hire employees, you're using time leverage. Other people's hours generate money for you. When you create a business, you're using system leverage. The business makes money whether you're there or not. But the most powerful form of leverage is what they call money leverage, using money to make more money without your active involvement. This is how the rich get richer while doing less work, not more. The psychological warfare. The system doesn't just control your finances, it controls your mind. You've been conditioned to believe that wanting wealth makes you greedy, that taking risks makes you reckless, that thinking big makes you delusional. This psychological programming serves a purpose, keeping you small and manageable. They want you to believe that wealth is mostly luck, that rich people are inherently bad, and that poverty is somehow more virtuous than prosperity. These beliefs ensure you'll never seriously pursue financial freedom because you've been taught to see it as morally wrong. Meanwhile, the people who benefit from your poverty laugh all the way to the banks they probably own. The money is evil narrative is the most successful piece of propaganda ever created. It convinces the masses to voluntarily avoid the very thing that could set them free, the escape route. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. The same system that enslaves most people can liberate those who understand how it really works. Money isn't evil, it's a tool. Like any tool, it amplifies the character of the person using it. If you're a good person, money makes you more good. If you're selfish, money makes you more selfish. The path to freedom isn't through avoiding money, it's through understanding it, respecting it, and using it strategically. First, you must shift your mindset from consumer to producer. Instead of asking, "What can I buy?" ask, "What can I create?" Instead of solving your own problems, start solving problems for others. Second, understand that money follows value. The more value you can create for more people, the more money you'll receive. This isn't about exploitation, it's about contribution. Third, learn to use time as your ally, not your enemy. Start investing early, even if it's small amounts. Let compound interest work for you instead of against you. Fourth, build systems that generate income without requiring your constant presence. This could be a business, investments, or intellectual property. The goal isn't to become part of the controlling class. It's to become financially independent enough that you can't be controlled. The real revolution. The ultimate irony is that the best way to escape the system is to master it. Use their own tools against them. Create value, build wealth, and achieve the freedom they want to deny you. But remember, true wealth isn't about accumulating more stuff. It's about buying back your time, your choices, and your freedom. It's about having enough resources that you can say no to anything that doesn't align with your values. The system works because most people don't understand it. They participate in their own enslavement because they don't realize there's another way. Knowledge is the key to your prison cell, and now you have it. The cage door has been open this entire time. The only thing keeping you inside is the belief that you can't leave. The question isn't whether you can escape the rat race, it's whether you will. The choice is yours. What will you do with this knowledge?